Hey everyone, welcome back to your Ninja Academy. Today we're going to go through Sasuke giving Sarada his eye, making Sarada's eye power eternal. If you would like to see more about Boruto in our channel, please leave your thumbs up and subscribe to join our Ninja Academy. The times of peace are coming to an end, and after Team 7 of the past has made history in the ninja road, a new range of shinobi are trained to write a new journey. The focus of today's video is Sarada Uchiha. Being a direct firstborn of Sasuke Uchiha, Sarada is very strong for her generation, but not as strong as she needs to be in the future. She's talented, but the powers are not enough for what the Team 7 will face. Boruto is living with an Otsutsuki inside of him, and this can bring about the end of everything. Besides that, other Otsutsuki will constantly attack the land, it's just a matter of time. Mitsuki must master Sage mode, while Boruto is fighting to have the power of an Otsutsuki, and this Sarada needs to strengthen herself somehow, and in this we turn our attention to her eyes, the key for her to unlock her maximum potential. Almost all users of eye abilities like the Sharingan and Rinnegan are Uchihas, with the exception of Indra Otsutsuki, who originated the clan, and Kakashi Hatake, who received it from Obito on his deathbed. For those who don't know, here is a light explanation of who Indra Otsutsuki is. Son of Hagoromo Otsutsuki, Sage of the Six Paths, Indra was the first ninja to possess the Sharingan, in which he discovered that it was necessary to assassinate his best friends to evolve his dojutsu, and only then get more power. So that's how he did it. Indra became the first user of Mangekyou Sharingan, and the rest you already know, right? The users were developing until reaching the point that we are at Sarada Uchiha. Sarada Uchiha is the descendant and possibly one of the few Uchihas alive after the massacre made by her uncle Itachi, in which she was introduced to us as a member of the new Team 7, which is composed of Boruto, Mitsuki and Sarada being taught under the command of Konohamaru. As much as she is a direct descendant of the Uchiha, she has a Haruno side inside her, which shows that in addition to wanting to be strong, she has a gentle and sweet side. And sometimes a little arrogant, reminding him at times of his mother, Sakura Haruno. However, from this combination of genetic and psychological characteristics, Sarada proves to be a good ninja, but with no experience and little maturity and responsibility. Which is quite acceptable and explainable because she is still a child and is in her youth phase, in which she still doesn't face many complications or big challenges. After all, her journey is just unfolding. Like every other Uchiha, Sarada had to get through an experience involving her feelings to unlock the ability to use her Sharingan. But unlike her ancestors, who had to unlock it by murdering people or going through traumas, our ninja had to focus all her pain and feelings related lack of a father figure to thus possesses use of such an ability. And here is an interesting observation. As much as Sarada doesn't have all the power that her father and the other members of her clan had when they were young, she shows a certain control over emotions, which at times the Uchiha can do well, showing that they are a little too emotional. I think this is due to the losses as well as the past or traumas that each Uchiha had to carry for themselves. Who like it or not, this marks the clan for carrying several traces of psychological problems and disorders, which in a more complex way shows that even though it's an anime, Naruto manages to teach us and show us so many things besides just beating and speech. Talking a little about her father, Sasuke awakened his Sharingan for the first time after his brother Itachi killed all his family and his clan. And at the time, Itachi said to him about the Mangekyou Sharingan and told him to master it and go after him to have his revenge. Already in the Shippuden saga, Sasuke awakened his Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, implanting his brother's eyes in his, thus managing to use Itachi's abilities. Whoever has this eye will be able to awaken in each of the eye deadly skills and eye powers, which are extremely powerful, as well as Amaterasu, which is a very interesting skill and well explored by Itachi Uchiha throughout his moment in both Akatsuki and in Anbu. And it's worth mentioning the Rinnegan, as this eye ability makes the user use 2 Rinnegan in one eye. For Sasuke to get this ability when Kabuto transplanted cells from the first Hokage Hashirama, who possesses Ashura's chakra, into a member of the Uchiha clan, who is one of Indra's reincarnations. With this eye, Sasuke is able to utilize many gravity-related abilities, such as pulling and pushing objects. He can also utilize the same powers that Nagato used with the Yahiko puppet. As already shown in the anime, prolonged use of Mangekyo causes the user's eyesight to deteriorate to the point of blindness, being a cruel fate for those who have become accustomed to the visual power it provides. Only by transplanting the eyes of another Uchiha can the user regain their sight and eye powers, thus unlocking their eternal form. By doing this procedure, both models merge, and the possessor can make continuous use of the Sharingan without deteriorating the vision, which is a perfect Sharingan for any Uchiha worth his salt. And this process takes a few days for a complete recovery. And not only does it permanently restores the recipient's sight, but it also reinforces its own eye power with that of the donor, symbolized by the intertwined appearance of the Tomo seals and its Mangekyou Sharingan. After the transplant is performed, the recipient must rest to get used to his new eyes, and the time it takes for each person can vary. In some cases, it can take several days, as can be seen in Sasuke's case. In order for Sarada to aim for such power, we need to make some observations about her and the whole mythology involving the eye ability, based on what was shown in both the anime and the manga, that is, the information that was collected in 100% canon Minaritado. Sarada is not a prodigy or born Uchiha, I said because she didn't fully release her Sharingan the first time, in which she had to go through stages to unlock his maximum potential. Not like Itachi or Madara, who already had such a deep and traumatic experience in their lives, that instead of going to therapy to be better people and with their heads in place, they end up mega overpowered. Just like all its users, the Sharingan has side effects. With its extensive use, the Mangekyou Sharingan comes with a big problem. Its light fades over time, and its excessive use causes that user to suffer from pain, decrease the stamina, and eventually become blind. The only solution being to transplant a pair of Mangekyou Sharingan from a close relative, as shown with Sasuke and Itachi, thus creating an Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Her father Sasuke is the only one who can teach Sarada to give 100% of herself and also strengthen her with combat strategies and attacks to ensure that her daughter becomes more powerful and is prepared for any situation that appears to her or enemy that comes her way. It is not yet proven that Sasuke is a good donor or a possible donor for her. As much as both are Uchihas, it is not possible to establish a connection between a father and a daughter, since in the work it was shown only of brothers, and even if this could work, there would be a problem, which we all know. Sasuke currently only uses one eye, that is, only a Mangekyou Sharingan for Sarada, being a problem for the procedure. A possible solution is to use Orochimaru's cloning abilities, in which they could replicate Sarada's Mangekyou Sharingan, and allow for an auto transplant and thus solve the possible problem that it may cause if she and her father do the procedure without any support or medical help. So the future of the shinobi world is still a mystery. The Leaf Village will be completely destroyed when Boruto is older, and supposedly Naruto will have died. This raises several doubts. If Nanadaime is really dead, where will Sasuke be? The only one ninja that matches him. Assuming Sasuke is dead, Sarada will be the only Uchiha in the world, with the exception of the Shins, whose whereabouts have not been said in the future. It would be very disappointing if the only heir of the clan couldn't evolve her eye power. So that's it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any suggestions for the video, don't forget to comment below because I will be reading them all, as I always do. Also, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any content from your favorite Ninja Academy.